Hi, we're back at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington, Virginia online. This is video number 4 in a series of tutorials meant to help you use our online church. In this video, we are going to take a look at the My Page feature, also known as My Profile, My Page, is important to you because it is how other individuals can get to know you, your interests, what you're doing online, what you believe in. It's also a great way for sharing information and communication. Let's go ahead and start. So first of all, look up to the masthead of our page, and the masthead is where the title appears, Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington, Virginia. You should be able to see my arrow moving back and forth. Okay, now that I've got your attention, you can follow the arrow as I point out things as we go along. So we are not signed in at the moment. We're looking at the site as a member of the general public. And we know that because there's no name here, and the welcome box is here, and there's no name here either. If somebody arrives on this site and clicks on My Page in the site-wide navigation bar, there is no page for them because they're not signed in. So what happens is that when you click My Page, this Sign Up page comes up. If this happens to you because you think you're signed in but you're really not, all you need to do is click the Sign In link, which will then take you to the screen where you begin to sign in. If you forget your password, click the Forget Your Password link and it'll start the process to get you back into the site. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sign in. Okay, we are now signed in to the church. When I clicked on My Page previously, when we weren't signed in and we were looking at the home page, now that I'm signed in, it takes me to the page I last tried to access. So that was the My Page when I wasn't signed in. So now I'm signed in and it took me directly to the page that I was trying to view. One of the nice things about the My Page feature is that you can customize its appearance. It's a fun thing to do, and it can express some of your personality through the art that you choose and how you arrange things on your page. I've brought up my page to show you the possibilities. The profile or my page has a large photo of you, which confirms to anybody who's visiting your page that it is your page. We recommend you do use a photograph of yourself, and it has to be a real photo. If you choose not to, we've provided a default chalice icon. In the public versus private tutorial of this series, we go into why we require either a photo, a clear legible photo of yourself, or that you use our default chalice icon. We won't spend time going into that here, but suffice it to say that once you are signed in and on your My Page, if you decide you want to change the photo, there's a nice little shortcut here. You just click Change Photo, and it takes you to the My Settings area, and right atop the My Settings area there's that photo I was using, and the simple way to change it is to go into your hard drive and pick a photo, any photo you want. I'm not going to pick that one, but if I were to, I'd click open, and it would appear here. And then after I put the new photo in, I make sure that I scroll all the way down the page and click Save. Remember, whatever you do when you're entering text information, a photograph or a video, you need to look for that Save button, and it's typically at the end of the middle column at the bottom. So that's how you change your photo. Let us go back to My Page. Remember, we just saw how there's a nice little shortcut there to changing your photo. Let's take a look at the components that make up the My Page. First of all, you've got a greeting. This is a greeting. And this area, which looks like a little talk bubble coming out of the photograph, see that? Coming out of the photograph. This is called the status line. And this is the input area where you write something that will then appear here. The last time I updated my status, what I had entered, I clicked inside of that cell and I wrote that, and then I clicked the update button. And that's the update to my status line. Those of you who know Joe Adcock and who know that he uses his status line as a daily gratitude journal, when you see his comments in the latest activity box on the home page, this is where he is updating his status line. There are many folks who are using the status line of their My Page to remind people of calendar events, to share articles, as I have here regarding the Koch brothers, and to convey a lot of other information that just needs a few lines of text. If you set your privacy settings in My Settings, let's just jump back there for a second. In the privacy section of My Settings, and you go all the way down to the bottom here at Latest Activity, you can see that I have Update My Status checked, just as Joe Adcock does. And that means, let's go to the home page. That means that my status line appears in the latest activity box. So if I wanted to remind people of a calendar event and I did that in my status line, it would end up appearing just like this. The status line is a good way for conveying quick messages to everybody who looks at the home page. Now the greeting to your page, it's very simple to update that. You literally, let's look at that again. So here it is when you come to this page. Notice that it has a little yellow, kind of a beigey yellow highlight behind it. Just click it and you can highlight it, delete it, and start typing. Okay. There it is. There's the welcome, one and all that I've written, and anyone who comes to my page will see that. So this is the greeting line. The greeting line is not reported in latest activity on the home page, only the status line. And again, you differentiate the two by the fact that there's this little bubble, talk bubble-like presentation here to the photo. For those of you who are familiar with Twitter, you can always select the Twitter box, and what you write in your status here will also appear in your Twitter account. Okay, so let's take a look at the other items on the My Page. I think first we'll focus on the left-hand column. Underneath your photo is your name, and then when you registered on the site, you indicated whether you were a member, a friend, or an inquiring friend. And when you made that selection, that's what determines whether it appears here. There was a country question as well, and it doesn't really matter whether you fill it out, but if you did, it goes here. If you wanted your birth date to appear on your profile page, it also would have appeared right here. I did not choose that option, and so it does not appear. There are some nice controls to manage what's on your My Page. This is how you change the appearance of your My Page right here. We're going to come back to that. And then also you can change your photo from here. So you can see there are a number of ways to get to your photo and change it. But the easiest one is to just go to your My Page and actually click the photo itself. There's a link here to blog posts. I have created 16 blog posts. I have contributed to 26 conversations. I'm in 6 groups. I've uploaded 136 photographs. I've created 11 photo albums, and I've also put 85 videos onto this site. If I have a visitor to my profile page and they want to take a look at these things, they can, because I have made them visible to anybody. And of course I did that in my settings privacy area. My settings is the subject in the public versus private video, which is tutorial number 3.